Hey everybody, and welcome back to the RNGIDP channel. Yes, let's keep the party rolling, as I just came from Al Red Sox fans channel. We got the band back together. That was pretty fun to be back over there. I have not been on the YouTube. Let's see, I last played a game on April 12th, so that would be 2 months. Yes, 2 months have gone by. It was April 12th since my last game, and let's keep the party going here. The reunion tour, you could say, at Coors Field in the summer. Later on, they're gonna have, I think it's Motley Crue and Journey playing a concert, and every Rockies game they have a commercial about 20 times. Get your tickets for Journey and Motley Crue. So this is the reunion tour of the Strat-O-Matic baseball on YouTube. So happy that you're here. Happy that you're joining me back. And I have not played a game of Strat-O-Matic baseball since April 12th. So let's see how long, how well, and how rusty this will be. We are picking up here in the what did I call this thing? The RNL. There it is. We're picking up mid-game day 17. We've got our randomized rosters still going. And we'll just pick it up and see what happens. This is going to be fun. We got Al Red Sox fan here. Jerry Ball in here. It was a very long rain delay. Yes, Jerry, 2 months worth. Life happens, you know. I've got a young family, and yeah, things happen. So most of all, it's been my wife. She was working at nights now, and I've got the single dad thing going on. Not that I'm not married, but my wife, she's working at night, so I haven't had a lot of time to get back here and do my rolling. So my wife is home tonight, and I'm taking advantage. We hung out earlier. We played a board game, and I was like, you know, if she's going to bed, I'm going to come back here and play a game. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not sure how often I will be able to do this, so I'm not making any promises, but let's just enjoy it while we can. And today we're going to have the Cleveland Spindas against the Oakland Unknown. Both of these teams are 8 and 7. We got some lefties on the mound today. Brett Anderson against Mark Burley for Oakland, and this should be fun. Taking the mound will be Mark Burley. I'll get you his stats here real quick. Al says, what game did I play? Well, I got a new game in the mail. I pre-ordered it a long time ago, and it just randomly showed up yesterday, and that was High Society. It came from Osprey Games. It's a remake of an older game, but they made it beautiful, and it's a auction bidding type game, and it was really fun. My 8-year-old worked us, though, and beat us in his first time ever playing, so gonna have to do something about that next time. So Mark Burley for Oakland. He has pitched in 21 1/3 innings. He's got a 2-0 record. 21 hits given up in 21 1/3 innings, and only 4 earned runs. He's got 8 strikeouts and 6 walks. That's a 1.69 ERA, so that's pretty good. And these teams are like pretty new, like I don't even remember him, so it's learning for this first time here for me as well. Cleveland will line up this way. Alcides Escobar is going to lead off. He's hitting .309. He's going to be the shortstop. In the second spot will be Yangervis Solarte. He's 9 for 40. No home runs yet. George Springer, the DH. He's a right-handed batter in the 3 spot. George Springer hitting .333, a perfect third, 20 hits and 60 at-bats. He has 3 home runs and 12 ribbies. Bryce Harper, the big, strong left-hander, is in right field. Bryce Harper is hitting .205 in this series with only 3 homers, 6 driven in. Brett Lowry, the third baseman. Lowry is 7 for 34 on the year. Giovanni Soto will be doing the catching. He's hitting a .167. Jesus Montero, the first baseman. He's splitting time, it looks like, with Logan Morrison, but with the lefty on the mound, the righty Montero is out there, and he's 5 for 24 with a home run and 5 driven in. Shane Robinson is in left field. He's hitting .367, not bad. And Logan Schaefer is in the 9 spot and playing center field. And let's see, Jerry Ball's got Appa Bats 3 on the way. That's cool. And yes, you know what, Al, my kid, my 8-year-old, he's really good at tabletop games. So I feel no shame in having him beat me, but he took on to that game pretty well. All right, here we go. Mark Burley. This is the first pitch in 2 months. I'm excited about it. Let's see here. I got my trusty dice here. And Alcides Escobar steps up to the plate. And let's see if I remember how to do this. It's a 1-8. That is a fly ball out to center field. And we are underway as Juan Lagares camps underneath it and makes the catch. There's one out. Jerry Ball's doing his laundry. Or his Landry. Maybe Tom Landry? I don't know. He's got to check on Tom Landry. He's got him in the other room. Yangervis Solarte is up, the switch hitter. Steps in from the right-hand side. And that's a 5-9. That's a ground ball shortstop X. Now let's see if I remember how to do this. So the shortstop is Miguel Rojas. And he is a shortstop with a range of 2. So a 2, when we roll the 1, that's going to be a single. It squeaks past the diving Rojas and trickles out into left field. And Solarte has himself a 1-out knock with a single. Yeah, hopefully Tom Landry's okay. Jerry Ball's checking on him. You got Solarte at first. He is a E-stealer. So they're not going to hold him on. Well, actually, they will to keep the double play in order. So they're going to hold him on. And this is a 5-10. There's a shortstop X chance. Maybe this will be it. It's going to be a chance for Miguel Rojas again. Shortstop 2. A 4 is a ground ball C, which, let me just make sure I'm doing this right. The ground ball C, batter is out at first and runners advance a base. So Springer hits one deep into the hole, and before Rojas can manage the handle in the glove, Solarte is at second, but Springer will be out at first. He'll get the out there. So that'll be a 6-3 put out. Solarte advances to second. And it's starting to come back to me here. And Bryce Harper is up with a man in scoring position with 2 outs. It was not Tom Landry. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And this is 6-10. This one is hit out to right field. It's hit pretty well. And the right fielder, Souza, he's got a beat on it, takes a few steps back, and he will make the grab. And we are through the top of the first here, back on the RNGIDP channel. Getting used to being back with you, and trying not to mess this up. Greg Landry, perhaps? I hope not him. Brett Anderson's going to take the mound for Cleveland. Let's see here. Cleveland comes into the game having won 4 in a row after beating Tampa, the Mantine in Tampa, 5-2 in their last game. Meanwhile, the Oakland Unknown, they dropped one at home to Houston and have now lost 3 in a row. And let's take a look at Brett Anderson's statistics. Anderson, he's only pitched in 12 2/3 innings. He's got an 0-2 record. Been beat up a little bit. Given up 24 hits and 15 earned runs. Ouch. 10 strikeouts with 5 walks. The Oakland Unknown will line up like this today. They've got Cesar Hernandez, the second baseman, switch hitting, leading off today. He is batting. Let me take a look. He's hitting 167, so you want that at the top of your lineup. Juan Lagares, the speedy third baseman today, or excuse me, center fielder today. He is hitting 227. Jung Ho Kong, and this is the heart of the order here, the third baseman, Jung Ho Kong, is hitting 333 with 3 bombs and 10 ribbies. Alex Rodriguez is the cleanup hitter, the DH. A-Rod hitting 271 with a couple homers. Chris Colabello is the first baseman, hitting 387 with a team leading 11 ribbies. Mikey Matuk, or Mickey Matuk. I never watch any AL games, so I'm going to have to figure out if it's Mickey. I think it is Mickey. 246 for him. Steven Souza, we saw him make a play out in right field. He is in the 7th spot in right field. He's 5 for 36 in his trips to the plate. Miguel Rojas, we saw him in the field, the shortstop. He's 9 for 24 after taking the starting shortstop from Jimmy Rollins. Matt Wieters is the catcher, and he's hitting in the 9th spot and batting .234 at the moment. So Cesar Hernandez is ready to rock, and back in the swing of things here, the bottom of the 1st. And this is a 5-9. And Brett Anderson starts this one out with the strikeout of Cesar Hernandez. Catches him looking. That is the first strikeout on the day. And underway here in the bottom of the 1st. Juan Lagares now. Lagares stands from the right-hand side of the plate. This one is lifted out to center field. Medium depth. Logan Schaefer will have no problem with that one. And there's 2 quickly away. Speaking of football, here in Denver, I don't know about other markets, but man, it is all Broncos all the time. Every time somebody sneezes in training camp or these mandatory OTAs, it's, oh, Case Keenum, our new quarterback, he sneezed, and it's so much better than Paxton Lynch's sneezes. Can you just see the way he professionally sneezes? It's ridiculous. And if you listen to sports talk radio, it's even worse. Young Ho Kong with the pitch from Brett Anderson. It's a 3-6. That's a single chance, 1-4. And that is a 3. It squeezes past the pitcher. And it dribbles out to center field for a 2-out single. Jung Ho Kong is aboard for A-Rod. A-Rod. Been driving in some runs here, looks like. And we'll see if he can do it here with Kong on the base. And it's a 1-9. And he can. He gets a pitch he can hit. And he serves it out to right field. That is long gone. A 2-run shot. Home run. A-Rod. An A-bomb for A-Rod. To borrow from Mr. Sterling. And Kong will come around to score a 2-run shot. And that's what a cleanup hitter is supposed to do. And makes Brett Anderson pay. And it is 2-0 here early on. Oakland jumps out ahead of Cleveland. So Chris Colabello, he gives the fist bump to A-Rod on his way back to the dugout. And now it's his turn to bat against the lefty, Brett Anderson. And this one may be trouble for Anderson again. And it's a big swing, but no contact. And he gets Colabello to strike out. And that'll end the inning. But the damage is done. A 2-run homer from A-Rod. And we move to the top of the 2nd. It's a 2-0 ball game. Oakland leads the Spindas of Cleveland. I don't think I've messed anything up yet. Maybe. If you see something at home, don't feel free to let me know I messed something up. A-Rod goes A-yard, yes. And Mark Burley now comes back out. He'll face Brett Lowry, Giovanni Soto, and Jesus Montero, the 5-6-7 batters. And this is a 2-6. This is going to be a base hit. Will it be a double? Nope, that's going to be a single. Brett Lowry has himself a leadoff knock here in the top of the 2nd. He's a D-stealer. He's a pretty decent runner, so they are going to hold him on regardless. And Soto comes up, looking to avoid the double play. Soto. And that is a single chance. It's a 1-5 single. That's not going to do it. It's hit sharply, but right at the second baseman, Solarte, who throws the second baseman, Hernandez, who throws it over to first to Colabello to try and double up Lowry, but he's back in time. But that's going to be a line out for the first out here in the top of the 2nd. Jerry Bull. I know you've missed those former Yankees and A-Rod. Jesus Montero. Now with a man at first. It's Brett Lowry. And this is 2-6. This is a ground ball hit sharply to the shortstop. Rojas able to scoop it off of a hop. And he's going to turn it for 2. That's a 6-4-3 double play. And the leadoff hit comes for 9. As Burley pitches his way around it. And gets out of the second unscathed. We continue the middle of the second. 2-0. Oakland leads. Mikey Matuk. Seems like he was just up. Well, here he is. Matuk, Souza, and Rojas. The left fielder, Matuk. This is a 3-8, and he's going to strike out. So Matuk swings and misses. That's 3 strikeouts for young Brett Anderson on the day. And Steven Souza. And there's the left fielder, or excuse me, the right fielder. It's a 2-6. There's a strikeout. So 3 Ks in a row now for Anderson. And now it's Miguel Rojas. Rojas, nobody out, or excuse me, nobody on, 2 out. And this is a ballpark chance at a single, and I forgot to do that part, didn't I? So we are in Oakland, and the ballpark chance for a right-handed batter is a 1-10. That is a 12, so that's going to be hit too hard. That's a line out to the shortstop, and hits it hard, but right to his opposite number, Alcides Escobar, who makes the grab to end the inning. And that was a quick inning for Lowry. Or excuse me, for Anderson. After giving up 2 in the first, he battles right back and gets the unknown in order. We move to the third. It's a 2-0 ball game. So I've been playing a lot of games while I've been away, but I just haven't had the time, or for that matter, sometimes the effort. Want to put the effort into doing Strat, because it takes about 2 hours to do each one of these games, especially when I broadcast it, because of having to set up the lineups, look up the stats, and fill out the lineup card. There's been a lot of times where I'm like, it's about 10 o'clock my time. If I set the game up, it'd take about a half an hour, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to play it. I could just lay in bed or play a video game or just read a book or something. There have been a few times where I've been lazy like that and haven't played. But I've thought about it a lot, if that counts for anything. Mark Burley, now he'll face Shane Robinson, Logan Schaefer, and Alcides Escobar back at the top of the order. This is a 1-3, and that is a single for Shane Robinson. Continues to hit well out of the 8th spot. Jerry Ball signing off. Appreciate you being here and coming back. I didn't know how well I'd be received after abandoning you guys, but I'm happy that all is well and everything is great. And happy to see you here, Jerry. Look forward to more of these here. Logan Schaefer, he's an A bunter. Shane Robinson is a B stealer. So let's take a look at the catcher. That's Matt Wieters. Wieters is a -3 arm. So they are going to hold Robinson, but he's not going anywhere. Al Red Sox fan is listening, and he's playing a game of his own. Cool. And Jerry says, great to have you back. Got a few things to do before bed. And Al thinks I should try the PC game. Well, I probably should. And this is a left-on-left Logan Schaefer. This is a pop-up on the infield. And the shortstop, I keep getting those mixed up. Rojas calling everybody off. And that will be the first out. Pop up to the shortstop. Escobar now with a runner on first, 1 out. And a 3-6. This one is hit pretty well out to left field. Will it get up and out of here? It will not. It'll die out there in left field. Mikey Matuk makes the catch. He throws it on back in, and Robinson scampers back to first. So Escobar gives it a little ride. Not really a home run hitter, but pretty good contact. It just didn't have the power to get up and out. So Solarte with 2 outs now. Runner on first. And it's a 6-10. And that's a little dribbler out to second base in front of Hernandez. He scoops it and sidearms one over to first. And there is the 3rd out. So we are through the top of the 3rd. It's still a 2-run ball game. Cleveland trails Oakland 2-0 here in beautiful Oakland, California. Or will it be Oakland, Northern California in November when they vote on the ballot measure to separate California into 3 different states? We'll see. Brett Anderson, he will face the bottom of the order. Matt Wieters 9. Hernandez and Lagares in the 1 and 2 spots. Anderson, he's found his strikeout pitch. He's got 4 Ks through 2 innings. This is a 3-9. He's not going to strike out Wieters as he's going to reach. It's going to be a single, a sharp single, and he will trot down to first with a base hit. Cesar Hernandez now with no speed at first. Wieters is a E-stealer. He's not going anywhere, and they're not even going to try and hold him on. 1-8 runner even, too. Hernandez, he's a switch hitter. He's standing in from the right side. This one is hit back to the pitcher. Will they be able to double him up? Anderson is a, let's see here, he's a 4-range pitcher. A 4.11 is going to the E rating, which is a 0. So he's able to knock it down, pick it up. With the catcher running to second, he's still going to have a play. And he tosses it to the second baseman on to first. That is a 1-4-3 double play. So Wieters is doubled up at second. And Hernandez out at first. And now there's nobody on. And 2 outs for Juan Lagares. It's a 2-6. 2-6. This one's going to be bounced to the shortstop this time. It's going to be the same result, an easier play. And Alcides Escobar throws one across the diamond. That's the 3rd out. And things have settled down here now as we move to the 4th inning. Moving quickly. It's a 2-0 ball game. The pitcher's best friend, the twin killing, the 2-for-1. Al, Red Sox fan, still playing his game and still paying attention. Al, you're the best, man. Thank you for coming back, and I'm happy to see you here. Sorry to hear about your mom as well. Mark Burley, he'll face the meat of the order. Springer, Harper, and Lowry. Springer, he bounced out to short his first time. This time it's a 1-7, and it's a strikeout, swing and miss. Is that the first strikeout? I think it is. The first strikeout for Mark Burley on the day. And it comes here in the 4th. Bryce Harper now. He gave it a ride, but Salzik caught it out there in right field the last time. This is a 3-4. He's going to be patient with this one, and he draws a walk. A 1-out walk, and Harper is at first base. He's a C-stealer. They're going to hold him. And Brett Lowry now, the man on first. It's a 5-3. That's a fly ball out to right field. The right fielder is Souza again. He's a 3-range right fielder. A 3-17 is a fly ball A, which is a deep, deep fly ball as Lowry gives it a ride out to the track. And Souza's going to make the catch, but Harper went back to tag, and he will be able to make it over to second. So some good base running, and Harper will advance. So now we have Giovanni Soto up to the plate. Al Red Sox fan says, I hit into a triple play the other day and out of the park baseball 19 on what you would say was not so good hit and run. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to check that out. A triple play. That is, speaking of unicorns, that's pretty cool. A 4-6 for Soto. And that one's a little weak grounder to the first baseman. And Colabello is able to pick it up. He's going to step on the bag himself. And that'll be the third out. So nothing doing with a walk for Harper. And that'll end the top of the fourth. 2-0 here. I always said that when I started playing Strat, the one thing I wanted to do was throw a no-hitter. And I've had a few one-hitters, but it was ruined way early on. It was no way in doubt. I think the furthest I've taken a no-hitter is maybe 4 or 5 innings. It's not even been close. Someday that's going to happen, just given the law of averages, but I'm going to be very happy when that does. Jung-Ho Kong will lead it off here in the bottom half of the fourth for Oakland. It'll be him, followed by Rodriguez and Colabello. And it's a 4-11. This one is a ballpark home run chance as Jung-Ho Kong gets a hold of it here in Oakland. That's a tough one to get out. He's a right-handed batter. It's going to be a 1-5 chance. It's a 12. So nothing doing there as this one dies out into the expanse in left field. And that will be a fly ball out. So 7 for the first out. Anderson whipped his head around like he just gave one up, but it was either the wind or the ballpark, the way the jet stream worked. It just didn't carry. And there's one out, allowed out. A-Rod, who did go yard on him last time, he'll get a pitch to hit again, and this one is put out into the corner. It'll be a double. So A-Rod 2 for 2 on the day. A double and a homer. What got into A-Rod? What was he doing in the 2-month break? Somebody give him a random test after the game. Chris Colabello now with the runner in scoring position. It's a 5-4. This is a ground ball third base X. Third baseman is Lowry, who is a 3-range third baseman. A 3-17 is a ground ball B. And with the runner at second, the ground ball B, the runners hold. So A-Rod gets looked back to the bag by Lowry, and he throws across the diamond. And that'll be the second out. Al says he took a no-no into the 9th with Sale and 1 to the 8th. That's pretty impressive. And Earl Wilson threw a no-hitter against him. Wow. I see that might be. I don't know if I'd want one thrown against me. In all the times, and I've played a ton of baseball on video games, I've only thrown one no-hitter, and I believe it was with Pedro Martinez in MLB 2K1, I want to say, on the Sega Dreamcast. It was like at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was running around the basement like a crazy person. It was amazing. Mikey Matuk with 2 outs. A-Rod at second. Can he bring him home? It's a 1-7. He will not, as this one is chopped on one hop. Alcides Escobar picks it, and he will fire it strongly across the diamond. And A-Rod is stranded at second. But Oakland continues to lead as we move to the 5th. It's a 2-0 ball game. Mark Burley makes his way back out to the mound. He likes to work fast, as we all know, and he has done so. He's pitching a gem through 4. And here he is to face Montero, Robinson, and Schaefer. And this is a 6-3. This one's hit back to Burley. He is a 2-range pitcher. A 213 is going to his E rating, which is not great. An E22. And we rolled a 10. E22, we rolled a 10. That's going to be a ground ball, and Burley scoops it. He snags it and runs it about halfway over to first. Probably could have taken it all the way with Montero running, but he underhands it to the first baseman, and that'll be one away. So now it's Shane Robinson, who singled off of Burley his first time. And it's a 4-7. This is a single chance, 1-5. Not going to be at this time, as it's hit just a little too hard, and the second baseman, Hernandez, makes a nice diving stab at it. And looks like he did catch it. That is a line out for two-way. I'm sure, Al, Red Sox fan, you loved Pedro. He was your boy out there. And Al, you said you threw one with Phil Niekro. What game was that in? Logan Schaefer now with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. A 1-5. This one is chopped to Solarte at second baseman. He's going to have no trouble with this one. And not Solarte. That would be Cesar Hernandez. Excuse me. The rustiest part of me is looking at the wrong lineup card for the names. So you'll have to excuse me for that. But we move to the bottom of the 5th. And Brett Anderson, he gave up 2 early in the first, but he's thrown pretty well here, as he's gone zeros the rest of the way. Here he'll face the bottom of the order, Souza, Rojas, and Weeder. Souza struck out his last time. It's a 3-7, and this time he draws a walk. So Souza still hasn't put bat to ball, but he's on base this time with a walk. Souza is a B stealer. Let's take a look at Giovanni Soto's arm. He's a 0 arm, so they are holding him. Let me see if I remember how to do this. A B stealer is a 1 to 13. They are holding him, so it's a -3. So it'd be a 1 to 10 chance, 50-50 shot for Souza with Rojas sub. They could hit and run with Weeders. You know what? They may hit and run here. I think they will. So they are holding him, which means that the hit and run, it's going to be an A hit and run. So Rojas handles the bat well, and it's going to be a 7. A7. Oh no, batter misses the pitch. Rojas got a pitch in the dirt. He swung to try and protect him, but the pitch is in the dirt, and we're going to have to see if Souza can just straight steal this. It's a 1 to 10 chance that he can get there. It's an 11, and the tag just swipes him on the fingertips as he's diving into the base head first. That is going to be a caught stealing, and Rojas puts his hands into his gloves, his batting gloves, in shame, as he really couldn't do anything about that one. It's a caught stealing. Souza is out at second. So now, nobody on, 1 out, and Rojas at the plate. It's a 6-7, and of course, it's punched through into left field, and that's a single. So Rojas is aboard, and all that for naught. He could have been a fielder's choice. But Matt Wieters will be up now. And we're not going to compound the damage by trying to run with Rojas. He's an E stealer. So our chance is passed. Wieters with a 3-5. Well, this will be a single. Out into right field. And let's see. Rojas is a pretty good runner. Let me see if I remember how to do this to try and advance an extra base. An extra base would be the run speed, which is a 12, plus the outfielder's arm. So this is hit out to right field, which is Bryce Harper. Ooh, he's a -4 arm. Never mind, we're not even going to try it. We're going station to station. Miguel Rojas, he's been burned already. He's got no confidence. He's going to go station to station here. But Oakland's got something working here. Here in the bottom of the 5th, they've got runners at first and second with Cesar Hernandez up to the plate. Hernandez has struck out, and he's hit into a double play. Here with 1 out against the lefty Brett Anderson. It's a 6-8. This is a ground ball, second base X. Oh no. Hernandez might blow this one again. Solarte with a chance to wheel and maybe get him out of this with a double play. Although he's a 4-range second baseman. A 4-6. That one is going to get past the sliding Solarte and out into right field. It's a seeing eye single. Rojas is only going to get to third. Wieters will get to second. Now the bases are loaded for Juan Lagares. Will they let Lagares hit here? We don't have a whole lot off the bench, so they're gonna let Lagares hit. We got 1 out. Do we play with the infield back, looking for the double play, or infield in? I think we're gonna go double play depth here. Try and get out of this thing. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. Brett Anderson looking on the ropes a little bit here. He's got Juan Lagares, who's 0 for 2 on the day. And here it's a 1-10. This one is a fly ball out to right field. It's medium depth. And Bryce Harper, he's got a -4 arm. So who is at third? It's Rojas. Rojas is a 1-12 runner. Let's see here. How would we calculate that? So it's a run speed 12 -4. It's a 8 + 2. So it'd be a 1-10 that Rojas could score here, tagging up. And he's not going to test Harper once again. So it's just going to be a fly ball right field. As Rojas, just lacking confidence, doesn't want to run on him. And as El Red Sox fan says, Harper has a cannon. That -4 arm, that is a cannon. So we're not going to do that, especially with the 3-4 batters of Kong and Rodriguez up. Kong is 1 for 2 with a single. Bases loaded here. Trying to get Brett Anderson out of the inning. They will pitch to him. So Kong, infield's at regular depth. It's a 4-6. This one is hit deep out to center field. The center fielder, Schaefer, tracking it back at the wall, and he makes the catch. Schaefer with a nice grab. And Jung Ho Kong couldn't quite muster enough strength. Falls just short, and that will end the inning. No damage done. Brett Anderson, he wipes his brow as he walks off to the dugout. He got out of that one by the skin of his teeth. So Mark Burley now, he will take the mound as we move to the top of the 6th. Burley will face the top of the order as well. Escobar, Solarte, and Springer. It's a 3-4 for Escobar, and this one is hit a mile high in the infield. You got the third baseman and the shortstop, Rojas, over there. And it's going to be the second baseman, Hernandez, who makes the catch. Way over on the shortstop side. But he will make the catch. And there's one away. He couldn't King Kong it out. No, he couldn't. Solarte, 1 out here. It's a 3-6. This one is popped up again, and this time the shortstop Rojas calls everybody off quickly. Doesn't want that to happen again with Hernandez encroaching in his space. And he makes the grab. George Springer now, he's 0 for 2. It's a 1-12. He smashes this one, but right at Hernandez. And that will be a quick ending, as it's a 1-2-3 inning. Burley working quickly, just like he did in his perfect game. And we're through 6. Well, through the top of the 6th. Brett Anderson will come back out here. He's facing A-Rod, who's hitting him for a double and a homer. But he's got nobody on here, so that's the way you want to see him. This is a 5-7, and he's going to get him to bounce out to short this time. Escobar, make sure to put a strong throw on, and there's one away. So A-Rod finally makes an out, and now Chris Colabello. Colabello's 0 for 2, and it's a 1-8. A 1-8 is a solid single through the gap and out into left field. A 1-out single for Colabello. And Matuk. Matuk is 0 for 2. Matuk, 0 for Matuk. It's a 2-8, and he's going to swing and miss. That's a strikeout. Second K on the day for Matuk. And the first strikeout since the second inning for Anderson. That's 5, though, on the day. 2 outs now. Colabello's at first. He's an E-stealer. He's not going anywhere. Souza, he's walked and struck out, looking to put a ball in play. And it's a 3-8. Not going to happen this time as he draws another walk. A 2-out walk. That'll push Colabello to second. And Oakland has 2 on now. 2 outs for Rojas. Rojas got this little rally they had where they didn't score last time started. And we'll see if he can do it again here. It's a 3-10. That is a ballpark single chance. In Oakland, that's a 1-10. It's a 5. And that will be another single for Rojas. Only advancing 1 base is Colabello and Souza. But Rojas has himself a nice little ball game here. 2 hits. And it will be up to Matt Wieters again, who's 2 for 2. A single would perhaps drive in 2 for Wieters. And will they go to the bench here? This is the 6th inning. This is the pitcher inning of weakness for Brett Anderson. He's given up, let's see here. He's given up 2 hits and a walk this inning. Wait a minute. Do they have to be consecutive or just in the inning? I think that they have to be consecutive. That's right. So Anderson's going to get another man here. He has not reached his weakness yet. With a hit or a walk, he would. There's 2 outs, though, here in the bottom of the 6th. Brett Anderson looking to keep this a 2-run ball game. And here he pitches to Matt Wieters. It's a 3-8. Oh, Matt Wieters gives this one a ride. It's hit out to right field and fairly deep. 1-13. It's up and out of here. And sayonara baseball. That is a grand salami for Matt Wieters. Home run. Matt Wieters from the right-hand side of the plate drives in 4. Colabello comes in to score. Souza comes in to score. Rojas comes in to score. From the 9-hole hitter, Matt Wieters. And Oakland has broken this one open. Maybe we should have taken out Brett Anderson and gone to the bullpen. That'll be second-guessed, I'm sure, in the papers, on The Athletic, on ESPN, wherever you get your sports writing. But that's 4 ribbies now for Matt Wieters. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is a 6-0 ball game. And now they will unceremoniously have to go get Brett Anderson. And who will they bring in? How about Archimedes Caminero? Just because I like his name. The Grand Salami always tastes good, even if you're a vegan. Well, I don't know about that. I'm not a vegan, though, so I don't know. I am a vegetarian, though. Archimedes Caminero. So Anderson, he goes, let's see, 5 2/3. Couldn't get out of the 6th. And let's see. He gave up how many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits. Ouch. 6 runs. All of those babies were earned. He struck out 5. How many did he walk? 1, 2. The hits are what got him. And now Caminero comes in to face Hernandez. And this is a 1-8. And Hernandez, would this be a home run? No, that's going to be hit out to left field. But Robinson is able to bring it back. And that will be the 3rd out here, as that is a fly ball out to left field. So 3 outs, but a crooked number put up by Oakland here in the 6th. A 6-0 ball game. We move to the final 3 innings of the game. And Mark Burley feels a lot better about himself now. And he will face Harper, Lowry, and Soto with a 6-0 lead. And Harper, who's 0 for 1 with a walk, he will swing and miss a strikeout. Burley gets him lefty on lefty there. And that's 2 strikeouts now for Burley. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Out Red Sox fan hanging in there. Happy that he is. And Brett Lowry up to the plate. Lowry. It's a fly ball hit out to right field. Salza's been busy today. This is going to have to be another good play. It's hit to right field. He's a 3-ranged. A 315 is going to be a nice play. A sliding grab as he ran in on a shallow fly ball. But that will be the 2nd out. Burley doing his work here. And Soto is now up. It's a 2-7, and he's got the strikeout working now. Figuring it out in the later innings. Maybe more movement as the air gets heavier. And that would be a 1-2-3 inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning. We have reached the stretch. It's the score 6-0. Go ahead and sing if you want to. You can sing if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Because if your friends don't sing, and if they don't sing, well, they're no friends of mine. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold that one in. Archimedes Caminero. Caminero will face Lagares, Kong, and A-Rod. Seems like those 2 were just up, and here they go again. And this is a 5-9. That's going to be a strikeout for Juan Lagares. And that will be a K. The first one on the day for Caminero. And it'll be Kong. He's 1 for 3. It's a 5-3. That's a ballpark single chance, which is a 1-10. Not going to happen again for Kong. I feel like that's happened a couple times for him, ballpark chances. Not going to be it this time. That one is a liner over to the shortstop. 2 outs. So now A-Rod, 2 for 3. A homer and a double. And this is a 5-3. That's a ballpark single chance. And A-Rod gets the bounce. And that will be a single. All he needs is a triple for a cycle. I don't think he'll get the chance, though. Chris Colabello now with 2 outs and A-Rod at first. Colabello singled his last time. And it's a 2-12. He smashes one to third. And Lowry snags it out of the air. Was in good position to make a throw had there been more than or less than 2 outs. But that will be a line out to the 5 to end the inning. And we are through 7. We continue with a 6-0 ball game. I've been playing a lot of fantasy baseball. I love fantasy baseball. And continue to do that. My league is super competitive. And it's been fun to... my team has been terrible, though. I had a terrible start to the season and had to rebuild it. And I finally feel like I'm at a place where my team is actually decent. But hopefully it will... There's enough season to make a difference. We'll see. There's no playoffs, so hoping that my slow start didn't really kill my chances early on. Mark Burley will continue here. He's going to face the 7, 8, 9 batters. And Burley has retired. What is that? 11 in a row. And it's a 1-5, and of course, as soon as I say that, Jesus Montero comes up and leads off with a double. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned anything. Who's on my fantasy team? Well, it's an NL only team, which is why most of these AL guys have no idea. I've got Charlie Blackmon is my man, and that was my first round pick. So I'm happy to have him. And this is a fly ball out to right field, and Steven Souza will make the catch. Montero won't tag up. It's going to be an easy play. Logan Schaefer now against Burley. He's 0 for 2. And this is a 4-3. This has hit pretty well, lefty on lefty. Logan Schaefer, will he be able to get it up and out? He's a weak power hitter. And let's see, that's a 1, so it would have been a home run. But instead, it will be a single 2-star. That'll score a run, as Jesus Montero will score from second on a single from Logan Schaefer. So the 9 spot breaks up the shutout. Logan Schaefer has himself an RBI single. Would have been a 2-run bomb, but Schaefer hasn't been in the weight room recently. So now we move to the top of the order, and maybe we'll go and get a new pitcher. Burley has nothing left to prove here. So let's go take a look at the bullpen and see what we can do. The Oakland bullpen. We've got the top of the order coming up. So we could go get... let's go get Edwin Jackson. Why not? If he falters, we've got some other relievers we can go to, but Edwin Jackson will take over here in the top of the 8th. Burley comes off to a nice ovation here at home in Oakland, and he will make way for Edwin Jackson, the right-hander. Burley goes 7 1/3. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 5 hits. We don't know the runs yet. 3 strikeouts. And how many walks? Just 1 walk. So a nice tidy start for Mark Burley. And Edwin Jackson will take over to face the top of the order with a runner on first. That's Logan Schaefer. Edwin Jackson is the man at the plate, or on the mound, excuse me. And Alcides Escobar, he hits one hard again. Last time he couldn't get it up and out of here. A 1-4, it'll be a home run. It will not be. That's a fly ball out to left field that's tracked down by the left fielder Matuk. And there's 2 outs. So Escobar's got a little uppercut to his swing today, but just can't get enough pop on it to get it out of here. It'll be Solarte. He's 1 for 3. Facing the new pitcher, Edwin Jackson. And that one is a little trickler back to Jackson, who makes the play and will throw it over to first. And that'll do it here in the top of the 8th. We mark a 1 for Cleveland as they scratch past a run. Logan Schaefer drives in Jesus Montero. And Cleveland will go back to their bullpen as Caminero goes an inning. And it will be Mike Morin coming on. Caminero did his job. He went an inning and a third. Let's see. He gave up 1 hit, No runs. He struck out one and didn't walk anybody. So Caminero makes way for Mike Marin. And he'll face Mickey Matuk. It's a 6'4". That's a catcher X. The catcher is Giovanni Soto, who is a 3-range catcher, a 3-13, is a ground ball B. So that one's hit out in front of the plate off a check swing. Matuk didn't know whether or not to run, but Soto pops out from behind the plate. He snags it, and he will just throw it over to first. And Matuk is the first out. Matuk is pleading his case with the umpire, saying it hit him or he never was out of the box. But to no avail, he is out, and it will be Steven Souza. A 5'11". That one's hit back to the pitcher. Marin is a 4-range pitcher. A 4-3 is a single. Souza eats him up and knocks off of his glove. And Souza has his first ball in play here in the 8th inning. He's got himself a single. He has been on 3 times, though. 2 walks and now a single. And Miguel Rojas now, who's singled twice himself. It's a 2-5. This will be a fly ball out to left field. A lazy fly ball for Shane Robinson. Has no trouble. There's 2 outs. And now the man, the star of the day, Matt Wieters, who's 3 for 3, 2 singles, and then back in the 6th inning, broke this thing open with a grand slam, a 2-out grand slam. He will face Mike Marin here. And, of course, he strikes out. After talking him up, he swings and misses and strikes out. And Marin gets around the 1-out single. We are through 8. It's a 6-1 ball game. I guess the door is closed. The book is closed, I should say, for Mark Burley. He gave up 1 run, and it was earned. So Edwin Jackson will continue. To continue the point about my fantasy team, I've got Zach Greinke. I've got I made a trade for Paul Goldschmidt about a month ago and suffered through him not hitting water out of a boat for the last 3 weeks, and now a trip to Coors Field, and he is feeling just fine. So I'm happy about that, even though it was against my Rockies, which kind of hurt my heart a little bit. Edwin Jackson will look to get Oakland out of here with a win, try and close this thing out with Springer, Harper, and Lowry. And that's a 2-8. Not going to do it that way with a leadoff walk to Springer. It'll be Harper up now. Springer's an A stealer. He's not going to go anywhere, though. They still need some runs. And this is a 3-3. Oh, of course we don't run him. And Bryce Harper hits one sharply. A perfect double play ball. And it'll be a 4-6-3. So Springer, we could have ran him, I guess, but you don't expect Harper to hit into a double play, but he did it there. And Jackson now with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. It's a 2-4, and he will strike out Lowry, and that'll do it. That is, let's see, that is the first strikeout for Jackson. That'll close the ball game. This one was a quick one, a tidy one, and a fun one, as Cleveland goes to Oakland and drops one 6-1. Cleveland had been riding a 4-game winning streak. Oakland had been losing 3 in a row, but the tides had turned, and Oakland moves to 9-7. Cleveland drops back to 500 and is 8-8. 9-7 will get them pretty close. They'll be tied for second in the AL. So Oakland making their way, and had a good day today with Burley pitching a gem. and some timely hitting from Matt Wieters, and they go on to win this one. Mark Burley gets a win. The Brett Anderson takes a loss. And I just want to say, take a minute here and say, I'm happy to be back, and I'm thankful to all of you that came back to watch this, especially Al and Jerry and the old gang. You guys are great, man. It's like nothing ever happened, and I appreciate you guys for being like that. And Earl, who over at Tenacious Earl, over at Tabletop Plus, that guy's the man, and I just appreciate him very much. So Al, you said great to have you back. Bravo, friend. The Unicorn. You know, I've had worse nicknames. Those who knew me in college probably. Well, we don't need to go into that. But I'll take it. Thank you very much, Al. Thank you to you for watching. Make sure you follow me over on Twitter, and I'll post the scorecard if anybody cares, if you want to chat over there too. If not, leave me a comment, leave me a like. Make sure people know that I'm back. I'm not sure when I will be back next game, but until then, have a good one. I know I'm thinking about you guys, and take care.